80 years ago, the ambitions of communist Russia reached far beyond reshaping human society. They experimented on the human race itself. Did one scientist try to create a real Planet of the Apes? Dr. Ilya Ivanov. He dreams of recreating life to his own design. Ivanov is a trailblazer in a new area of science, using artificial insemination to fashion bizarre hybrid species. By 1924, he has successfully crossed mice with rats, cows with bison, even donkeys with zebras.
Biologists tend to agree that a species is defined as a group of organisms that don't naturally interbreed with each other. Occasionally, you'll get two species that are relatively closely related and are capable of generating a hybrid species.
Ivanov now plans to enter uncharted territory, crossbreeding animals with humans. It will only work if the two species are very similar.
If you mate a female horse and a male donkey, you get a mule. If you do the converse and mate a male donkey with a female horse, you get a hinny. Those are very, very rare. It's very difficult to breed them, and they're always sterile when you get them.
If Ivanov is going to crossbreed a human, he realizes the only possibility is to use our closest relative.
Ivanov was absolutely right in saying that the monkeys were our closest relatives. If there was ever a chance that we were going to be able to crossbreed with another animal, monkeys would be our best bet because, as we now know, we are over 99% similar to them in genetic terms.
What might Ivanov and the Soviets want with a race of ape men? Strong, uncomplaining factory workers, sportsmen and women with special talents. There has even been speculation that Russian dictator Joseph Stalin may have dreamed of an army of ape warriors.
The Russians presumed that if you were able to cross these two species, that would mean the intelligence, the planning, whatever it is we like about humans, with the strength and the durability of a chimpanzee.
But achieving this vision may be more challenging than Ivanov realizes.
One might fantasize how cool it would be to get the strength of an ape and the brain of a man. But you'd also have the possibility of having the brain of an ape and the fumbling clumsiness of a man.
But the awe-inspiring allure of ape warriors marching by the thousands against the enemies of communism must have been strong. In 1925, the Soviet authorities gave Ivanov $10,000, the equivalent of $1.5 million today. He now has the financial backing to make his dark dreams a reality. In Paris, Ivanov tracks down a Russian surgeon already working at the medical boundary between humans and apes, Sergei Voronov.
So, there we have the not-so-happy couple. Our guinea pigs.
Ivanov is intrigued by Voronov's latest procedure. He claims to restore old men to mind-blowing youthful vigor using a shocking new method.
Oh, yes, yes. So you want to make him even more of a man?
He inserts slices of monkey testicles into the men's scrotums.
Voronov was transplanting monkey glands into human men with the intention of improving their virility. And actually, if these problems were hormonally driven, then he may have been onto something, because the hormones from the monkey tissues may well have restored any behavioral virility problems that the men were having.
So, we just cut this little... Yes, perfect. Swab.
Over 500 French men undergo the procedure. Many report incredible results. A few months later, Ivanov is in charge. He is using Voronov's techniques in pursuit of his own aims. Their patient is no longer a human, but a chimpanzee called Nora.
And now the graft is at the stage of plasmatic imbibition.
Ivanov and Voronov implant a human ovary into Nora's abdomen, then artificially inseminate her with human sperm. Their stated goal? To make the chimp give birth to a human child.
We have every confidence that this ape will bear the child of her human cousin.
The effort makes headlines all over the world. But Nora fails to get pregnant.
These experiments actually garnered a lot of publicity, but once the results weren't what they were looking for, the interest really petered out.
The press may have lost interest, but the Soviets continue to back him. Ivanov takes to the jungle looking for raw materials with which to breed his mutants. When he's done, he believes a new creature will stalk the earth. The Ape Man. Deep in the African jungle, Soviet scientist Ilya Ivanov and his son are hunting chimpanzees. Not to kill or to put in a zoo, but for an altogether stranger purpose. They want to create an ape-man hybrid.
Come to Papa.
Ivanov believes this experiment could work because the theory of evolution tells him that apes and humans are close relatives.
Ivanov believed in the process of evolution and at least suspected that humans and apes were very closely related evolutionarily. And he was right in that we both derive from a single common ancestor.
Ivanov's unanswered question: do we remain close enough for him to successfully impregnate an ape egg with human sperm?
Very often, it is possible to breed very closely related species. It's difficult, but not impossible.
Is she ready?
Yes, Father.
Ivanov artificially inseminates 3 female chimps with human sperm donated by a 30-year-old local man. But none of the chimpanzees fall pregnant.
Despite the fact that humans and chimps share over 99% of their DNA, there still exist barriers to a successful cross.
You have a large number of biological differences from the way the eggs behave, from the way the sperm behaves, from the way the egg is triggered to be released from the ovary in response to the male.
Knowing none of this, Ivanov continues with his process of trial and error. Next, he wants to try using ape sperm to impregnate a local woman. When the authorities in French Guinea find out,
Fools!
he is forced to leave the country. The Soviet government has no such qualms. Ivanov begins looking for good Russian women willing to carry an ape-human mutant.
Good evening, comrade.
5 offer their services.
Yes. You will be more satisfactory.
Ivanov's master plan is finally taking shape. But at this critical moment, his Soviet backers change their minds. Joseph Stalin has taken a paranoid dislike to all scientists.
The problem with scientists and intellectuals is they think for themselves, and they don't always want to walk in lockstep with Stalin's other ideas. So, he turns on him.
But
Ivanov had been a loyal Soviet citizen.
yes, comrade.
Still, he is swept up in Stalin's witch hunts. In 1930, he is exiled to Kazakhstan. But does his dream survive? Is an ape man even possible?
Even knowing all the things we know today, it would be highly unlikely, if not impossible, to perform these experiments and to be successful.
Yet modern genetic engineering has gone beyond Ivanov's wildest imaginings. Scientists are no longer limited to working with sperm and eggs. They can cut and splice the DNA inside cells.
With modern genetics, we can introduce any gene into any organism that we want, almost. And so the question is, should we?
In the future, there may be few limits to where this new science could take us.
This is not a situation where an Ivanov or a Stalin can make this decision in a vacuum. We have to question continuously what's ethical.
Ethics may be the only barrier to science creating the ultimate hybrid experiment. But ethics constantly change. Who knows what will be acceptable in the future? Business is a battleground. And when they say competition can be deadly, they're not kidding. Inventor Thomas Edison transformed our world. Yet the consequences of one fatal decision would haunt him for the rest of his life. Thomas Edison, the grandfather of the modern world. A genius, but still a man. And even the greatest men can make mistakes that haunt them for the rest of their lives. Thomas Edison is the ultimate rags to riches story. A deprived childhood has left him obsessed with success.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
By 1880, he is the most famous inventor in the world, the Wizard of Menlo Park. And his next project should make him more famous, more wealthy. He will put an electric candle in every home.
An excellent example of Edison's genius is not only the light bulb, but the base of the light bulb. He knew that these light bulbs would burn out. He knew that you'd have to replace them. Well, he was there to actually sell you a new one every time this happened. And by using the same universal screw fitting, you'd screw it right back into place. Well, that profit would go right into Edison's pocket. And this fitting, which was created by Edison, is still used today.